Poland's Dana self-propelled artillery fleet, featuring the 152mm Dana howitzers, has been a vital component of the Polish Army's artillery capabilities, particularly for its wheeled, motorized units. Developed in the 1970s by Czechoslovakia, the Dana is a distinctive wheeled 152mm self-propelled howitzer that combines mobility, cost-effectiveness, and firepower, making it ideal for rapid deployment alongside wheeled armored personnel carriers like the Rosomak KTO. While precise figures for the number of operational Dana units in Poland's arsenal as of May 2025 are not explicitly detailed in recent sources, the system has been a significant part of Poland's artillery forces for decades, with documented use in the Afghanistan conflict, 2001 to 2021, where 5 units supported operations in Ghazni province. Despite its age, the Dana remains operational through targeted modernization efforts. But Poland's strategic pivot toward NATO standard artillery systems signals a gradual transition away from this Soviet-era platform, reflecting broader defense modernization goals driven by regional security dynamics. In 2019, Poland launched a modernization program to extend the service life of its Dana fleet, upgrading select units to the Dana-M standard under a 16.6 million PLN contract. These upgrades, executed at a rate of 1 unit per year from 2019 to 2021, with plans to modernize 7 additional units over 3 years, starting in 2022, incorporated advanced systems such as the Topaz ZZKO fire control system, RRC 9500 radio, Phonet communication platform, and Talon 5000 navigation suite. These enhancements improved accuracy, mobility, and battlefield integration, reducing operational costs and extending the Dana's service life by approximately 20 years. Poland's decision to retain the 152mm gun rather than adopting the NATO standard 155mm caliber was likely driven by cost considerations and the availability of existing 152mm ammunition stocks. In 2022, Poland's Mesko SA facility produced OF-540 152mm munitions, some of which were supplied to Ukraine for its Czech-supplied Dana-M2 howitzers, underscoring Poland's role in supporting the 152mm caliber in regional defense contexts. The Dana's wheeled chassis provides logistical and maintenance advantages over tracked systems, offering cost-effective, rapid deployment across varied terrains. Its 8-wheel Tatra chassis ensures high mobility on roads and moderate off-road capability, making it a practical choice for Poland's motorized brigades. However, the Dana faces challenges in meeting modern artillery requirements. Its range of 18 to 20 kilometers with standard ammunition, extendable to 28 kilometers with specialized rounds, is modest compared to newer systems, and its gun-laying process relies on external devices for precise targeting, limiting its responsiveness. These limitations are particularly evident when compared to advanced platforms like the Polish AHS KRAB or the South Korean K9 Thunder, which offer greater range, automation, and NATO standard 155mm calibers. The cancellation of the AHS KRIL program, intended to develop a modern 155mm wheeled howitzer to replace the Dana, has left uncertainty about the fleet's long-term role, prompting Poland to prioritize tracked artillery systems. Poland's defense strategy has shifted significantly toward modern, interoperable platforms, driven by heightened security concerns, particularly from Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. By October 2024, Poland had acquired 108 K9A1 howitzers as part of a $2.5 billion contract for 212 units, with plans to produce 460 K9PL variants locally under license. These systems, equipped with advanced fire control, automated loading, and 155mm calibers, align with Poland's ambition to build one of Europe's most formidable mobile artillery forces. The K9's superior range, up to 40 kilometers with standard rounds and over 50 kilometers with extended range munitions, and integration with NATO standards make it a more versatile and future-proof option compared to the Dana. Additionally, Poland's AHS KRAB, a domestically developed tracked howitzer, complements the K9, further reducing reliance on older systems like the Dana. The Dana's continued relevance is partly tied to Poland's regional defense commitments, particularly its support for Ukraine. The supply of 152mm munitions to Ukraine for its Dana-M2 howitzers, a modernized Czech variant, highlights the system's enduring utility in Eastern Europe, where Soviet standard calibers remain in use. However, Poland's defense cooperation with South Korea, including technology transfers for K9 production, underscores a strategic move toward modern NATO-compatible systems. This partnership not only enhances Poland's artillery capabilities, but also strengthens its defense industry, with plans to export K9PL howitzers to other NATO allies. The Dana's reliance on 152mm ammunition, while cost-effective in the short term, limits its interoperability with NATO allies, a critical factor as Poland deepens its integration within the alliance. The Dana's operational history in Poland reflects its adaptability and resilience. During its deployment in Afghanistan, the system proved reliable in rugged conditions, providing fire support for Polish and coalition forces. Its wheel design allowed for quicker repositioning compared to tracked systems, a key advantage in dynamic combat environments. However, the wear and tear of prolonged service, combined with the system's age, some units are over 40 years old, have necessitated ongoing maintenance and upgrades. The Dana-M modernization addressed critical obsolescence issues, but the system's Soviet-era roots and lack of full automation place it at a disadvantage against newer platforms. For example, the K9's automated turret and fire control systems enable faster target acquisition and engagement, while the Dana requires more manual input, slowing its response time in high-intensity conflicts. Poland's broader artillery modernization reflects a strategic response to evolving threats in Eastern Europe. The Dana's role as a cost-effective mobile platform for motorized units remains valuable, particularly for reserve or secondary formations. However, the Polish Ministry of Defense's emphasis on tracked systems suggests that the Dana will likely transition to a supporting role as newer systems dominate. The cancellation of the KRAB program, which aimed to replace the Dana with a modern wheeled howitzer, has left a gap in Poland's wheeled artillery capabilities. But the acquisition of K9 and KRAB systems indicates a preference for tracked platforms in high-intensity scenarios. The Dana's upgrades ensure it remains viable for specific operational niches, such as rapid response missions or support for lighter, wheeled formations. Looking ahead, the Dana's future in Poland's arsenal appears limited but not immediately obsolete. The Dana-M upgrades provide a bridge to maintain artillery capabilities while Poland scales up its K9 and KRAB fleets. The system's affordability and compatibility with existing logistics make it a practical interim solution, particularly for units not yet equipped with newer howitzers. However, as Poland continues to prioritize NATO interoperability and advanced technology, the Dana's role will likely diminish, potentially relegating it to reserve units or training purposes by the end of the decade. The system's legacy as a reliable wheeled artillery platform endures, but its prominence is waning as Poland invests in a modern, NATO-aligned artillery force.